Alright, BobalosRex here, and we got Delve fixes, possibly. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what Delve hotfixes we got today according to Blizzard, but then I'm going to tell y'all the truth about what actually happened yesterday and is continuing on in today with Delves. So, Blizzard did fix some stuff. They added in achievements for Harbinger of the Weathered, Harbinger of the Card, and Harbinger of the Rune, which basically are achievements that allow you to upgrade your crests into higher crests. They finally added that in. Good on them. We see they're kind of working from behind, clearly. So they're getting stuff in as they can. Alright? We see a bunch of class fixes, it seems to be here. They are doing class stuff on the PTR as well. They fixed Warlock Threat Generation. That's good. We needed that. But now here's the juice. Delves. So, they've now addressed the scaling issues caused by enemies and Delves to deal more damage than intended, especially for groups and tanks. So tanks should stop getting trucked. Unintended. Okay. And then they fixed the group stuff. Alright. Now, over the last day, we sought to address the unintended circumstances where certain group compositions made the health of enemies lower than it would be if you went into a delve by yourself. Yeah, not only was the health lower, but you had more people to do damage. We also tried moving some of the harder... It was especially apparent for tanks. We also tried moving some of the harder affixes from first appearing in tier 9 and above into tier 8. So people were surprised by that, because those you avoid the rares, and then some of them would spawn on mobs in certain delves, and it's crazy. Because here's the thing, not all classes in delves are equal, and not all delves / quests in delves are equal, but they are trying to fix it. So there you go. The results were not what we hoped for. Yep. We have now brought enemy damage back down closer to our targets. The most difficult affixes have been set back to tier 9, and scaling adjustments to make group and solo play less lethal. Good. This is a good fix, but there is something that they're not telling us. Resolved an issue where players could get stuck in combat after dying of the Speaker Davroth. Reduced Crazed Abomination's health. That's good. They also nerfed their damage in the Underkeep, so it takes a couple of stomps to kill mobs. They nerfed Wax Face, who needed it. That was yesterday's Waterwork wall. They did some raid stuff. They fixed some Awakening the Machine. They allowed the class set items to be refundable. And they fixed some Warbound equip gear. They fixed this quest to no longer require the seasonal journey, which it didn't. They're just now saying it. And then I'll link this if you want to get into the nitty-gritty. So, let's talk about the hidden change that they didn't talk about in Delves. They nerfed Brann. Brann is nerfed. Yesterday, Brann was nerfed. They said, hey, we're looking at Delves. We're going to fix things. He's still nerfed today. So, anyone working on Zekfir, if you know, you know, Brann meant a lot in this fight. Okay? For a lot of people in the Wowhead comments of Let Me Solo Him, they will contest Brann and his RNG on interrupts and the big shot were what got them through this fight. Solo. Not just the question mark, but the question mark. And with the latest Brann nerfs, it's insanely... It's a lot harder. Alright? But here's my problem with that. If this was a raid, right? And people killed the boss easier than intended, Blizzard would be stuck. Every time they've done that. Remember with Ziskarn? They fixed a bug and made him harder. People lost their shit. And raiders that were ahead got to sit pretty. Raiders that were behind, oop. Anyone who got through this with Brann, I have nothing against y'all, but now y'all have it easier than anyone coming later. And it's especially class dependent how hard this fight is. And I really think Blizzard nerfing Brann, and one, not telling us at all. Two, like some people in the comments for the last video, they gave us no warning for the... Literally. Me and my guildies were progressing him when they nerfed him for group, and we killed it like a couple attempts later. It's like, okay, good. But like... They nerfed Brann, not telling us. They gave us zero warning on the Delves nerf. Like, there were groups in Delves getting just blasted all of a sudden. I don't know what they're doing with Delves, but if they're looking for more feedback, y'all need to focus on these Delves for solo players. And once the cat's out of the bag, you can't start making these harder. Okay? I'm glad they started to fix some of the scaling for solo players. That is good. But why they nerfed the shit out of Brann, I don't know. Because I can attest, we can look in the VOD. Just look at my stream VOD. Yesterday, Brann's buff here had 78%, and now it's 76. Which was, it was 76 on the point before it. So they're literally just nerfing this as people level up Brann. Like, it's a bad thing that we're doing Delves. It's bad that I'm doing Delves a lot and my Brann is getting stronger. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. I've ranted about this long enough. But yeah, Brann is nerfed. Delve scaling is fixed. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.